Still 6 cents, but we'll knock it back just because artillery is there.
Ready to fire. Ready to fire on target. Optics are up.
Have it. .21 reload on the Jagd E100. You do feel it in close quarter battles, without a doubt you do. I believe with the Jagd E100 you are dependent on the team, especially what's around you. Oh, come on, sunshine. Must have hit something there. Yeah, that took a shell. Definitely in a bad position at this point.
Ready to fire on target. Reloading. Penetration.
Oh, he felt that crack. He certainly felt that crack of that bit. Repair that engine, get out of there. What's going on? We have great momentum in this game at this point, but unbelievable on how it's played out so far. Yep, and the artillery is still firing my location, so it's time to relocate on this one. Low roll, indeed. Now I've got damage engine. That is shocking. Really expected more from this Jagd E100 at this point. Forced user from line. Now the E100 gets fired. Hopefully get this kill in there before they take me out. Try to drive forward at this point. Well, it seems NAE set at this point. Players are just not working as a team for whatever reason. Right, let's pull back out into the garage and we'll look at the object Tier 10 tank destroyer. Object 268. Right, so first impression of the Object 268. As you can see, it's got a pike nose on the front. Pretty much same of most of the tier 8, 9 and 10 heavy tanks set in that era. As you can see, the top port, yes, it's sloped, but on most angles it will become a flat point of impact for any shells coming its way. The Object 268 itself has been, well, yeah, it's actually up there, one of the top tier 10 tank destroyers. Reason being its mobility and the reload. Without a doubt, it is one of the fastest reloading tier 10 tank destroyers that is out there at the moment. Have a quick look at the packages on it. Rate of fire is 3.64. That's standard. You do put obviously your ventilation on, or if not consumable for the crew, it will get it down. I think at the moment it's around about 13.05, if I'm not mistaken. I will check that in a moment. And she got good penetration with the cannon itself, it's 303. General damage is around about 850. It has been known to do over 1100, depending on where you hit the tank, if it's on a weak point or not. Generally you will roll around about 890, 940, that's the general hit roll. Accuracy 0.33, yeah, without a doubt it is best. It is one of the best, without a doubt. In fact it is the best, not one of the best, it is. Aiming time 2.70, obviously you can increase that by putting your equipment on, such as you're looking basically at your Engun's line drive. Oh sorry, no, not Engun's line drive, we don't have that on there. We've already got that on the tank itself. Oh yeah, sorry, the Engun's line drive, that is the one. 10% to aiming. You don't need it, without a doubt. You do not need it on this tank at all. Because if when I take it out in a moment, you see how fast it zeroes in, without a doubt, yeah, it's up there. You can get some really long shots in it, without a doubt, and it will hit most of the time. Unlike the Jagd E100, when you do take that out on most occasions, even though you are fully zeroed in, for whatever reason, the shell will miss. It seems to drop down too quick, or it goes over, or just, yeah, sometimes it doesn't recognise. But this is also a little bit the same, a little bit like it, just like the same as the Jagd E100, but the mobility is awesome. You've got to watch out for the heavy hits coming your way. You will get wrecked really quickly, and the hold down position is obviously going to be a problem. You can see the coiled optics right at the top. Without a doubt, that is a weak point. Generally the low point on the pike nose, that is obviously a weak point. You do get quite a few bounces on it though if you are lucky. It depends on what tiers you come up against. Generally your 9s and your 8s, without a doubt, should be bouncing off this tank. The side of the tank itself, it is just like the IS-7. It does actually have sloped armour. So what you can see on the outside there with the boxes and the flaps on it, they are just basically your space armour. Well, yeah, storage basically. The secret is what's underneath. So just like the IS-7 itself, you can't really tell, but people in the know that it is sloped armour. If you look at the back of the IS-7, if you see the little triangle on the corner, if you look at that line that comes in towards the back end, that is your angling that you do have. So the best way for them to show it to you is by looking at the bore sig. So if you do keep in mind this angle on both of the IS-7, IS-8 and the Object 268, you look at this side arm as it slopes in, that is what the IS-7 and the Object 268 armour is on the side, just like that. So when you hit the side it bounces down, so therefore you won't be going lower than the track, lower than the top part of the track when you want to get penetration hit on the 268. But obviously it's a very large top hull on this Object 268, so many people are not going to be shooting the side of the tank low down, they're going to be going for the top part. So what we're going to do at this point, then we'll take it out a couple of times, we'll see how it goes. Obviously at the moment the server itself has got some very strong players on at the moment, so it might be a difficult game, but we'll see how it goes, see what we can do with it. Right, so we've got Redshire. Pretty much with this one, you can use it front line, but you've got to have a few people around you to support you. If not, you're better off sitting back and supporting the guys in front, really. But relocation with this tank, without a doubt, yeah, you're going to be hitting, what, is it 40 kilometers an hour? You're definitely going to be picking up pace, and you're going to get from one side of the map really quickly to the other. Right, so first look at this, it looks like we've got some decent matchmaking for a change. Just watch out for the T-57 Heavy. The IS-7s really don't cause much of a problem for the Object 268, but it can do if you do get caught out and you're not in a nice position.
All we gotta do is cast to the location marked on the map. Roll out.
Right, so let everybody clear off and let everybody get into a position where they want to go, and we'll see where we can fill a gap in. As you can see, the reload there is 13.62, so I was a little bit incorrect on the initial information I did pass on, but at that point I did have consumables on for the crew, so that did make a bit of a difference. Right, so let's hope we get around this way, see what we can pull off. We don't want to be overexposing, but then again you may have to due to the gun repression, so it's about finding a nice location with this tank. If you do have it, you've got a reload there to, without a doubt, keep the enemy back. You can pin someone down quite easily with this. When they do receive a big hit for 900 plus, they're not going to be pushing on it at all. They're going to feel it, they're going to back off. So as you can see, sometimes with in a counter battle, it's not always best to go straight towards the base. Sometimes you need to clear this side off first of all and then push it. Right, this is the IS-7 first of all, so we can get a penetration hit on it. Nope, first one bounced. That was unlucky for me. But the artillery had a good hit on that tank. Well done to him. Right, now he's all down and out of exposed. I did actually bounce that guy. Right, so wait for the E3 to bounce a few shots, and obviously we'll push it at that point. This could be a dangerous hit for me. Yep, there we go, we received it. Big hit, a lot of tanks around there. Need to get scared out of this one. Not going to happen, I don't feel. Definitely not. Right, so definitely at that point on frontline attacking alone at that point is not really ideal. Got the IS-7 and the the E3 I think it is, sat back at that point. They should have taken a bit more ground. The key with this point on this map is to take that ridge in front of me, and that's where we want to take it, not this rope. If you take the rope, you've got to twist yourself, come back out, take a shot, things like that. So you need to over push, take that ground, keep them on the back foot. Then at that point they have no cover, they have no choice but to retreat or give up that ground basically. Right, so we're going to do at this point then. Obviously we can't really do a full review on this at the moment. Obviously we've died really quickly in that game, so what we'll do, we'll go back out into the garage and take the Jagd E100 out, and we'll have a bit of a review on that situation. Right then, so Jagd E100. At the moment this reload is sitting at 21.21. That is due to the ventilation on there and the breathing arms. Even if you were to put chocolate consumables on this one, you would not get any lower than 21.21. Without a doubt, this package on this tank, which is obviously the only package that is available, you're looking at 1050 damage. Generally you might even actually have a low roll where you actually only get around about 900, 870, but that is few and far between. You probably generally will hit 1-1 on some occasions. 299 pen and 420 on the heat rounds. The high explosives, a lot of people use them in the E100s, Jagd E100s and so on, because they want to try and get that lucky hit in to try and do maximum damage. But then again, I find if you're in a nice position, you get hulled down and you do get to at least send a couple of shots in, it's a lot better than hitting a tank for 300, 400. But obviously the crew that I do have on at the moment, yes, granted, it is not the best at the moment. don't really play it that much, but we're looking at ventilations, repairs, sixth sense, traverse, and situation awareness. And at the moment, we're training Deadeye at the moment, because we do want to be damaging the components on enemy tanks at this point. So, yeah, initial look at this, yeah, without a doubt, same with the E100, you've got your spaced arm on the side. Do watch out for getting hit on the back end, hit your load down on that point. Without a doubt, you could get ammo wrecked as well, because obviously if you look inside some of the imaging on the Jagd E100, you will see that there's a lot of shells scattered around on the floor, so hit your load down on the back, you may get ammo wrecked. So first initial point on it, lower glaciers, yeah, without a doubt you need to keep that covered at all times. If you can't, twist your tank, try and get maybe something like a 45-degree angle going on, so if they do try and hit it, they're going to bounce off. But generally the top plate, without a doubt, there's not many tanks that will actually go through this at all. Some people, such as Destosa, may actually get a penetration on there with a hash round. But apart from that, the only weak point, apart from the front at the bottom, is obviously your machine gun port right at the back. If there's someone really sweating it and they do hit one of the commander's hatches at the top, they can actually still clip that, but it's a very close shot, and obviously at distance there's only sometimes the German tank that can pull it off. But generally the lower tiers, such as 9s and 8s, that will be able to hit that. So what we're going to do at this point, then we'll roll out in it and we'll see what we can do in this one then. Fingers crossed we'll have a good game. It's a lot slower than the Object 268, but therefore it's a lot more armoured. Right, so I'll stand in battle at this point. Right, so then again, not great matchmaking. They have a few more 10s than what we do. Yeah. The one thing giving problems here at this point probably will be the Forge. With the amount of shots that you can send in towards you. But we'll see what we can do at this point. It's going to be a slow drive this week. As you can see, 23, 20, 21 kilometers an hour, and then back down to 10 uphill. Like a race car compared to the mouse. Right, so while we are driving up this hill, let's have a quick look at these clans that are there as well. Yeah. Nothing too scary. There's not a clan that I really recognise there, so these players that are on this one are quite unknown to me at the moment, so yeah. So we've got to definitely watch out for the E5s. The only thing we can do with these generally penetrating them is the lower glaciers left and right, just in from the track. It's a bit of a weak point for them. But yeah, such as a mouse and so on, E100. Should be no problem at all. Lucky I received that bounce at that point. Very lucky indeed. Should have set up a ridge on a ridge like that.
Focus on this location.
Right, so good hit by the two E100, but then again, he must be firing higher explosive at that point because, yeah. Not much of a big penetration at all.
Target locked.
Right, so I found my next spot that I want to go into, and we're going down this hill on a little bit on the left side of this building. Get down and hold down position. Mark that TD on the right hand side. Do we have shots on this guy?
Enemies looking right at us.
We certainly do.
Enemies got us in their sights.
Right, so maybe for a relocation at this point. There's a lot of ground there to cover. Please come back. I want to try and set you on fire. Right, he knows what's going to be coming if he comes around that corner. And it's going to be a big hit, so... relocation. Come on, sweetheart. Right then, so the mobile land seems like it needs a lot of help there. T-Freight pushed in with a Jagd Panzer E100. Do we have shots on any of these at this point? Right, there we go, T-Freight that one. 1012 on that penetration here. Therefore it was a side hit as well. At this point we are looking at using normal standard armour piercing. And not the highest, the heat round, because if that hit the track, you probably just would have just bounced off it really. Right, so we are going to be very much in trouble at this point. We are out alone with a long reload. Don't want that at all. We've got two to deal with at this point.
We've got a lock. Enemies got us in their sights.
Mouse that one.
Ready to fire on target.
A bit. Yeah, team is losing this really badly.
Looking right at us. One of our gas tanks
Right, so I have to make a decision at this point. Rush in, fast as I can really. Get this mouse out of the way.
had destroyed one of our tanks.
And then spin around on that prototype I think it was. Oh, we're having it here, we're having it here.
They've spotted
Bad times. Did I really get that bounce?
Ready to fire on target.
Yeah, team lost it. You can't really do too much on this one, obviously that side. But anyway, start pushing on
We have to fight another day.
the right side. I should have probably followed them at that point. Team, the game is not going really well today at all, are they? Yeah, 3,249 damage. Not great at all. Right, so back to the Object 268 then. Fingers crossed we'll have a much better going in this one then. Right, yeah, so Mountain Pass Summer. Awesome map. It is a nice change in what they've done, but I would actually still prefer the snow mountain pass without a doubt. I think it's one of the classics, isn't it? Then again, we all wanted the variation from the PC, so we've got it now. get a bit of support on this left hand side, fingers crossed I mark it up, we'll see what happens.
Focus on this location.
As you can see, 57 heavy, object 50B, the object 268 really can keep it with ease. Compared to the Jagd E100 where probably would only be, probably still be back in the spawn pretty much at this point. Very lucky indeed that no scouts there spotting. We'll probably receive a couple of hits at that point. Right, so I'm just go a little bit more on the left hand side of this point as well. One of the scouts there. Not detected me yet. Oh, there we go. And it is actually have one of the best camera ratings for tier 10 TDs as well, so that's also welcome. Are we really missing that shot? It's going from bad to worse today. Right, so Motherland. Yeah, really sick of seeing these Motherlands at the moment. Continuously seeing them. Granted, they can be quite a decent little medium as well. Played well in platoons. But they are annoying. I love taking them out in the IS-3. Right, they really need to clear this side off at this point. Quickly, so hopefully someone will come in at this point. Even more 4. Not even down to just me. Right, yeah. Without a doubt, the right hand flank at this point does seem like it's maybe falling. So if I get round there really quickly at this point, try and give them some support. By the time I get there, they'll be dead. Let's see what we can do, see if we can catch them up. If not, we will be going on the left hand side of the bridge. Right, so there's one down, IS-7s as well. Right, yeah, without a doubt, it does seem that's going to be a waste, because obviously if they do push through on me at that point, with me being alone with the TD, yeah, big problem for me. But therefore, if I help clear this side off, and then we can buy a bit of time before they get around us.
They found us.
Right, yep, so are you? You could really fight me at this point, so try and has it got me? Has it got me? He might have.
They've spotted us.
Repair that crew. That's the driver at that point. Team's losing once again. Game after game at this point. On the east side, it might change back to the Europe server. No, don't you dare go down there. Maybe reloading at this point. Yeah, oh, sorry, E100.
Target locked.
It's going on. It's going on.
Enemies got us in their sights. Reloading.
Right, I think I've got a few heavies behind that T-44 as well. Can I receive a hit? Can he bounce? As you can see, the reload is quite decent. It does help in situations just like this, but then again, it is the health food. And the weakness sometimes of the front of the tank, believe it or not, especially up against tanks. Excuse me. Yeah, so 2 kills, 7 hits. Not great hits, not high hits. Just some good shit. Right, so as the main review is obviously about the Object 268, as you can see, well, not really from the gameplays, but as you can see the speed of the Jagd E100 compared to the Object 268, Object 268 wins hands down. But armor-wise, yeah, Jagd E100 all the way. But 21.21 on the Jagd for a reload compared to the Object 268, which I think, do we say it was it 15 or 14 something on the reload? I've forgotten again once again. We'll double check it again, but compared to that, yeah, you're going to get basically the 2 shots from the Jagd with E100. You'll have got 2 in already, and you're probably nearly ready for your 3rd reload in 5 seconds more. So it's, yeah, well actually 3 seconds more, so yeah, it's really is worth it. But then again, receiving those hits would be 2 hits from the Jagd E100, and therefore it's around about 2 to 3 hits from the Object 268. But camera rating is much better than the Jagd E100. Camouflage is above average. If we went down to the Jagd E100, without a doubt I think it is below average. Double check it. It's actually lower than that, it's low. But view range 400 meters. Obviously it does then come down to your binoculars and coated optics and whatever that you do put on. But hit points, 2,200 compared to 1950. I would prefer the Object 268 based on the mobility within the battlefield, because obviously things change that quick. If you do get caught out in the Jagd E100, your game's over for you. The Object 268, you are still in a way dependent on the team, but you're there as long as, if you can sit back, take the shots in, then the shots in, that's fine. If you're going to be frontline, you need to at least have some support around you to absorb some of the hits, so therefore you can come around, send the big hits in as well. But as soon as this one comes back out of battle, we'll take it back out again. And fingers crossed will at least last towards the end of the battle. But this is just showing you how bad it is at the moment. For, like myself, new to the Object 268, I've only had it 2 days. I'm not that clued up about it yet, so we'll have a look at it. Yeah, Object 268, so 49 battles, I killed 65 of them, enemy tanks. But victories, yeah, 23, so 47% compared to defeats, which is 26, 53%. Damage standings come up quite quick, but as of yesterday, there was some amazing games with pulling out 6 kills, 5 kills, and over 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 damage. But for whatever reason today, they're just not going too well at all. So let's pull it back out, let's have another game on it. See what happens with it. Fingers crossed it's a good one. Alright, here we go, Erlenberg. As some people call it, Derpenberg. I remember the day on this one, people used to put the togs on the bridges and block the bridges off. That was around about a year ago at least, so not many people use the tog these days. Right, most of the team on this one probably will be going right. I will see what I can do on the left hand side, as long as I've got some support, if not I will be retreating back. This IS-7, oh, there it goes, he's giving me way. But I think it can be across this field now within at least 15 seconds. As I start picking up in speed. Right, there are scouts there already. No surprise. You can get away with not being detected and get to this bottom corner. Try and set an ambush at that point. If it failed, we'll just start attacking. See, on the move, and the crew's got no camera factors on at the moment, just the camouflage, and obviously that doesn't take an effect while you're driving. The silent drive will be a great bonus for something like this, but the scout did not detect me at all. Right, so KV3, KV4, yeah, could be in a bit of trouble at this point. Without a doubt, 9's there, 10's, E100s, things like that, IS-7's, big problem already.
Dropping target.
There we go. I don't want to be stuck in this corner by myself. Yep. Definitely. So we're going to try and regroup this T-95 because this flank has fallen, and obviously I don't want to be ending the game at this point. I've only just started it. I don't normally do this, I'll normally battle it out to the end, but because we're streaming, I want to make sure I've got some action to really represent the tank. Right, so we're going for... oh no, we're not. There we go, Motherland. No chance of him flanking me at this point. I'm not going to attempt anything with that much low health anyway. P-44, please still be there. Shot went to the left and high. Receiving hits from the E100. Surprised he had the accuracy. It's been a snapshot. So. Can we get down? Can we get down? Lucky I got the bounce. Really lucky indeed. It's artillery sending some shots in. Ooh, ignore that. Right, so at this point would have been really better off relocating entirely, pulling back to where the artillery is and taking it from there, but it looks like this side's falling slowly. Nothing done by myself though. There we go. Everybody focus fire on that Panther too. Actually, well done to the T-95 actually in holding its ground at that point. Very well done indeed. Right, so with this as well, I really would recommend Off-Road Kings. Obviously, it will help you with terrain as well. It does seem to lose a bit of its engine power. Right, so we're going to, for a quick shot, I'm going to pull back. And we still missed it. Unbelievable. Things are not going well today at all. Right, so IS-7 looks like he is in a decent position there.
The enemy's got only one tank left. We can do this.
Head on the hill. Could have struggled with that guy. Probably should have hit the IS-7 first, not the E100. Fingers get another hit in. Nope, still missed.
Mission accomplished.
But a bonus note, we made it to the end of the battle. For a change. 3,153 damage. 71 assisted, that'll be on the Panther. Very, yeah, middle of the leaderboard. Very strange. Obviously it wasn't the best game. One of the best games that I've had, but we'll roll out again on it. Fingers crossed we'll get a nice open map and the flank will hold. Not too bad. I was hoping for Swamp, but this one's not too bad at all. Yeah, in terms of matchmaking, can't really get better than this at all. Yeah, just the T-57 and the IS-7 to worry about. The E5 as well, apart from that, everything else is not too much of a threat. Right, so we're going to go on the right hand side, try and get there quickly and get the ridge. Send some shots in before they close the ground in. Right, apart from this tier 10, a lot of tier 8 following. Keep on moving and take this ground quickly. By simply taking this ground at this point, can change the game. If you sit back at this point, where I am now, and down the ridge, then you're going to have to pull back at this point. So Motherland for the first hit. 869. Received some big hits there. So it must be one of the TDs, maybe the Forge. Didn't have got. Oh no, it wasn't actually. Tier 9 infantry. He's going to obviously outspot me at this point. didn't zero in fully at that point either.
Releasing target.
You stay there, Motherland. In a couple more seconds.
Ready to fire. They spotted us.
Right, so artillery's going to be firing this way, I'm sure. A couple of seconds. Yeah, so you really do struggle with gun depression, as you can see on some of these maps with this tank. Not this time. It's a bit unfair taking tier 8s out. You can easily handle a lot of the all of the tier 10s that are around on this particular battle. As you can see, pretty much straight through the turret at that point, maybe just under the gun. Right, if this one keeps on pulling back, maybe have a shot on it in a couple of seconds or so. There we go. Right, so at this point I'm either going to go back towards our base, or if not, I'm actually push on with the rest of these guys and take us from behind. Keep taking from the back end in that sense. We'll be playing catch up all the time, keep on chasing through. Pull back to base, and obviously I'll be in defence, but then again I do not have the health at that point for that. Right, so pretty much all their tier 10 apart from one IS-7 are still alive as well, so we're trying to get a shot on the C5, so we can do something to it. There we go, A25. Right, so we've got someone on the Fortune Jagd target. Setting them on fire, hopefully. Oh no, 878. Yeah, a lot of building in the way at this point. Right, what did it to me there? Right, so good game to the guys capping the base. He's going to get another hit in before we end the game. Nope, nothing at all. Right, so 4,091 damage. 314 assisted. Yeah, once again another average game there. Obviously they are improving at this point, a lot better than they were at the start of the stream. Yep, third, not too bad at all. I do expect a lot of high roll games with this tank as well. Generally around about a 6,000 damage standing mark on it, 6,000 damage at least on most of the games. Right, so what we're going to do at this point then is we're going to go back out in the Jagd E100 and we'll see how that shapes up alongside the Object 268. Yeah, so pretty much after we've done this stream, the next maybe 15 minutes or so, we'll be coming off for a short break, and at that point we'll fingers crossed be platooning with PFC members, and so therefore the game should get interesting. You see a lot of focusing fire, but also having a good laugh as well while we're doing it. Right, so decent setup again. Not too many 10s, obviously they do have more 10s than what we do. Right, so obviously at this point, it's a really slow drive, especially up these hills as well. I do expect to go down to at least 10 kilometers an hour. Well, I'm sure he's had a waffle trader around here somewhere. He's pulling back, look. We obviously feel that at this point we may lose the right hand flank, but fingers crossed we don't. Do have a scout there to at least spot some targets as well, so I think we get to send some long shots in. Yeah, and you get an object 416 there, you're losing health towards the scouts, and obviously there's 2 scouts to a medium there, so yeah, without a doubt. They did play well against that medium. Then again, a medium should not really be rushing forward if you're going to get in defence. And wait for the heavy to arrive and everybody else. And then at that point they can flank in. Otherwise it could be a tier 8 or it could be a tier 10 tank destroyer at this point. Little LTB. Awesome. So I might have to really turn around and deal with this object there. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Can this 416 not take the scout out at this point? Then I just lost what? Pretty much over half of my health. Due to trying to deal with a scout because the medium just can't be bothered to deal with it. This game is not going to be going well at all from what I can see. Right, this E4 is definitely going to be hurting me at this point. Jesus! So we've got an E50 there, and we had a heavy round here at some point. What's he done? They've been killed, or they've backed off? They've been killed. So, well deserved good game to the guys in the left hand flank. Including myself at this point. This guy, yeah, you need to pull back, mate. Well, it's just me now at this point. On 27 health. I was hoping for at least some side scrape in there, but obviously without a doubt that angle that he had the lower plate. So yeah, shocking game on the left hand flank. And when you're in something as big and slow as that, you are very dependent on your team to be able to get those reloads in, and obviously players that can deal with little threats such as the LTB, but obviously little threats, it's actually a decent scout tank, but therefore the amount of damage that could have done towards me was not that much of a big threat. I should have basically carried on going, but he was going to have me and keep on hitting me while this medium would just sat back. Right, so we'll have one more in the 268 and then we'll wait for the E100 to come back out, and well, Jagd E100, and we'll take that out. We are hoping and praying that we get a 6k damage game. Yeah, so you couldn't really ask for much better matchmaking than what we're getting at this moment in time. Right, so if I at least take this ground quickly and get the read that I told you earlier on in the stream, to get that quick, then at that point they are on the back foot, and therefore they are not in cover, so therefore they are forced to either make stupid mistakes or if not at least pull back. Therefore hopefully we don't get too crowded, but at least we've got some competent players around us. So I've got Motherland ISA 5120. But they can have that ridge as long as I've got this one. That's what matters to me. Therefore I don't want to be tied down by an IS-7 at this point either. Nobody else is going to run with it.
Target has moved away.
Right, so it's shot, we're moving. Take that ground.
Enemy knows target locked.
Maybe we not. Maybe we're not at this point. Let's try and break a few of the tanks down. Take down them in health. Right, it's ISA really. Are you joking, really? Right, so if anybody sees Veteran Am, watch out for that guy. Because it's a right rapper. Did they not know that I'm obviously trying to hit these tanks and obviously break them a little bit so we can at least deal what we need to deal with? But honestly. Right, we're really gonna. I've missed a lot of my shots, opportunities that I could take these shots in, and now we're gonna lose this flank without a doubt. We're gonna get rushed due to this ISA at this point. You're stopping them from taking their shots, put it that way. Right. If anybody's around a TD and obviously you are attacking like that, don't block them. They have to take large swings left and right to swing their turret round to be able to pull their gun and hit those tanks. Complete weapon, that guy, honestly. Complete weapon. Do you know, for that type of guy, I'd actually send him a message, but therefore at this point in time, he didn't deserve the even time. If it had been a good game, I'd give him a message, but not just for stupidity like that. Just wasting my time at that point. Take out the airplane, the E100. Hopefully we don't come out along any idiots in IS-8s like that. I don't know what he was doing with his angling at all. He was facing them with a flat point on his front end. So all he could do is move back on the forward and take a shot. Hopefully try and time it right, not to get hit himself. With the AT-8 at that point, sorry, AT-15, I should have hit him for at least 900. Then the next shot would have killed him. Then I could have stopped. Then obviously at that point, the IS-7 would not start taking that ground. We could have kept him on the back foot. But because we've got Wally's running about left, right and centre, banging into people, knocking the shots off, yeah, not ideal at all. This is why when you do watch the stream most of the time, we're going to generally do a stream or something as a platoon with PFC members. Then you can at least rely on people around you to do what you need to do. Right, so we're going on the top right hand side at this point. Yep, so 21 reload. We are hoping for at least 5 very large shots on this one. At least. Not so much about the kills, I'm not really interested in the kills. To me it's all damage. If you put a lot of damage down, then obviously the team have a chance to win. Obviously you do get quite a few now people giving larger, slower tanks a bit of a push. Sometimes it doesn't work, especially if someone tries to push them out. I don't think anybody can try and get that faster than what it's meant to be going. But it does improve uphill slightly on the plans out. Are the players really giving him that ground? I can't believe we're really giving him that ground. And to me, I think that hit then went actually through the gunman back. By the looks of that. They need to get the ground as much as they can. If they don't, they're going to be out in the open. They give them the ridge and the cover. Right, so a big threat, even though it is a tier 9, it's going to be the ST1. But it does bounce a lot. It should be a decent position as well for the hold down position. Well, a lot of problems for people. Right, so I'm going to try and clear off the bottom, but I'm leaving a lot of the tanks at the top end without a lot of good damage tanks at that point. Awesome, we don't really want to get tied up like that, do we? We definitely don't. Too many tanks on the bottom end, some tanks at the top. E75, hopefully, we've got maybe a one shot if we do get high roll. What to do with the E4 first of all, actually. Run to 8, not too bad. By all means, T-34, if you want to provide me more cover when you get killed, by all means, back on. No, he's behind some cover. Try and clean up on this E75. Am I now too much overexposed there? No. Sometimes people, if you are using tank destroyers, it's not always just to sit back. It is obviously close support sometimes that should be provided for players. Like an E4 player, yeah, can cause massive problems for any team. But I think because they had, at this point, some of the large hit on it, as well as themselves, either heavies, pulled it off quite well. Right, so good game, yeah, pretty much decent game. PG there, obviously, trying to get his name out. They're always there continuously. So 4,741 mid-range on leaderboard. That's probably due to no spotted damage. Obviously, you don't really get much spotted damage within TDs. Generally, I get a lot in heavy tanks. Alright, so hoping for the last good game in the Object 268, then at that point, yeah, we'll have a little chat about it, and at that point, we'll end the stream and obviously go back to a platoon session. Didn't we just play this map, what, 2 games ago or something, or was it 3 games ago? In the same tank? But the scenario on the map was different, wasn't it? It was it an attack or an encounter or something? Or team destruction, I can't really remember. Oh well, Titan's here. I'm sure that Titan's watching the stream as well. Right, Titan, if you're watching this, mate, by all means, we'll try and support you. An Object 140, by all means, they are the tanks. If they do get hit, they do lose quite a bit of health. But generally, they are. Yeah, I like to call them as the IS-7 colours, because they pretty much do wreck IS-7 with ease. Be open for hitting this back chat. No. There we go. Put it in cover.
Optics up, searching the area.
There we go. We got brave. Right, KB4 then, yeah, please do look that way. B78. As you can see, they're zeroing in on this cannon itself with 0.33 accuracy. Yeah, pretty much in that, without a doubt, it is the best tier 10 tank destroyer. And to me, that like it hit its top cupola of the machine gun port, right at the top of the turret. Right, so it's worth rushing over the other side and helping the other side. Yeah, without a doubt, I feel it is. Going to get the speed on, try and back up these mediums. Into the back road as well, we don't want to overexpose at this point. If we're doing a shot on that medium, I will take it. And I do think it is Titan Eclipse, if he's not dead. Yeah, I do think it's Titan on the 4 left flank. Yeah, so as long as they get the spots in, I'll try and help them with the damage. I will at some point on one of the screens when I do find a bit more information about the view range and camera factor, on what aim for, including the perks are on there such as camouflage and so on. We'll see what happens at that point, and we'll get back to you in more details about it. Right, I don't want to be taking any of Titan's camouflage away from him. That's as if I go near him and start sending shots and he might get hit. Keep away from him as much as I can. But I'm looking for that heavy to at least pop round. Is he going to back off that way? If he does, he might get hit. Yeah, we are getting some shots in from the left hand side there. Obviously I will have to try and find out where the traitors are so I can try and send some shots back in return. We are overexposed there.
Focus on this location.
Right, so a tree fallen, so obviously not just the IS-8, there's something, sorry, yeah, IS-8, there's obviously something there as well. Well, that did not hit the target at all. Must have hit something. And again, there's something in the way of that.
Ready to fire on target.
Could there be some steps on the side of the building or something?
Locked and loaded.
We are going to lose this game, I think, unless we pull it together, do something, create something out of the situation.
Been detected. Look out, we've got some long-range fire here.
If that was a pattern as well, then by all means, yeah, he did have oh, the back shot that I hit earlier on. He told me how much damage I took him for.
Target locked. Dropping target. The enemy knows our location. Target locked. Another one down. Ready to fire on target. Target locked. Been detected.
Just a track, just a track. Right, we need some help in this back shot here.
Focus on this
He's going
location.
to try and flank me. I know how PG play it.
They've spotted us. One of our tracks is damaged. We've got a lock.
Oh, the back track ran away. Oh, no, the back track keeps it to 4. It's still been taken out then. Well, as you can see in this one, I did receive some big hits, big mistakes, but therefore at that point it was a bit of a stalemate. We needed to take some ground. So therefore, I think the push that was made paid off. Obviously, I don't generally do that, not in a tank destroyer. But I did feel that that was a must at that point.
The enemy knows our location.
Are you joking? I twitched the controller. Not point me chasing him really, but I can get a reload in and take a kill.
Unlocking target.
What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, so 6 penetrating hits, 3 kills. Not bad indeed. We did make that push at the right time, I think, as well.
Mission accomplished.
And yeah, good game to you, Titan. Well done. Right, so yeah, 4,328 damage. Blocked 2360. Not bad at all, but then again, I think it was some low caliber TD that should have hit me at that point. Right, so yeah, summarise these tanks up, especially both of them. A lot of people, if they don't want to go down the Death Star route, which is the British TD tier 10, they are either going to be going for the Jagd E100. By all means, great armour. If you're all left alone, big problems. It's the long reload that does it in the speed. But then again, a lot of people have the Waffen of E100, but something like that is far too weak, it's far too large. You struggle for a long reload in that. So yeah, they're going to look at the Object 268 at that point on. Yeah, a lot of people hate it, and I think I know why. Because you get hit by it, by anything at all, that you're not getting that many bounces on it. I think the guy that must have hit me on the side must have hit my space arm on the side of the tank. But frontally, yes, on some occasions you do get RNG where people hit you and it bounces off when you're face to face with them. But generally, long shots that are coming in, they've got a bit more time to aim while you're just sat there. Maybe keep on twisting it here and there as well. It might help you out a little bit, but if you do get hit in this, you lose your health that quick because it's very low health pool. But diversity, what you can actually use this with in battle, yes, great. Speed, Traverser's not too bad on it as well. And like I said there, you're looking at a decent reload as well, especially for a TD tier 10. Well worth it. And if you are getting pushed on, I had a good battles yesterday where I was getting pushed on by many tanks. I'm taking them out one shots on 3/4 of the health left or half of the health left and so on. Or if not, guys on full health and you're wearing them down because you got that. You're able to do that with the speed of the reload. But the hold down situation on this, yeah, it is a nightmare. Like I said, the viewports at the top, the T-bar, they're going to hit that. You're going to know about it. And obviously the top part of your turret, yeah, I say turret, your hull, you've got some angle sloping on it, but if you're facing at a slight angle, you're giving them a flat point on, and even if you was facing them straight on and they do hit the slopes, they're not that angled, you might still get hit if you're a high caliber tank that's actually hitting you at that point. Right then, so yeah, that's pretty much done on the review for the Object 268 and then also the Jagd E100. What we're going to do now at this point is we're going to end the stream, then I want to start picking up a few players from PFC and what have you, platoon up with them, and we're going to take it from that point on. So if you still want to be tuning in, by all means give us around about, what, 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes. We'll be coming back online. We should have a full platoon at that point, and we'll be generally rolling out in the tier 8 heavies, few tier 9s, and we might mix in a few TDs there as well. A few players maybe using RT as well. I might even use some myself. So if you want to put a request in, anything you want to see being used, by all means do let me know. Pretty much all the tanks on the German line, and obviously a good selection on the Russian line with a few French as well. Yep, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, 15-20 minutes or so. By all means, do tune back in, and we'll be doing some platoon action at that point, okay? Yep, thanks for tuning in, guys.